Alright, gonna comment on Druitt Stream's official Orcs Must Die stream. Looks like we have a pretty decent game here. And Druitt's been riding this OZL defense train. And he went over, just before I started recording, he was going over some of the merits of why OZL defense is good. So it sounds like he's got a good idea of why you would play OZL defense. And I'll be going over those during the video as well, just in case you don't know. Yeah, we'll be back when the game starts. Okay, so it looks like they only have 4, but hopefully it's just a sloater and we'll still have a good game. This is probably why I should watch these videos before I start commentating on them, but anyways. So, I'm just going to talk about the OZL defense in general. For those that aren't familiar, the reason that you play OZL in defense is to help secure stacks, to secure soul stacks. If one of the benefits is that when on defense, the minions come towards you. When on offense, they run away from you and you have to stay close to them because the radius of capture is only about 3 trap units. So if you're outside the kill box, you're probably just not going to get it. So that's one of the benefits. It's also safer. You have a guardian backing you up. And so yeah, that's one of the benefits. It's a little safer. Now what needs to happen eventually is that he will need to transition from a defender to an attacker, because there's really no point. The game isn't about winning stacks or getting stacks. It's about taking out enemy guardians and getting to the rift. So we'll see how that works out and how he executes. Oof. So another thing, he placed the anti-magic field, and I was kind of talking over it, but he was just explaining why he puts the anti-magic field the way he puts it. And I definitely agree there's merit to putting it sideways like that. But first of all, never put an anti-magic field on level 1. That's 1,500 gold, that's half your gold, that's a quarter of the team's gold, going to a trap that does no damage and really doesn't help you secure anything. I mean, the attackers don't even need to push you because the minions are just going to get through. And I realized he got 2 assists there, but he did not get the assist because of anti-magic field. He got the assist because those attackers stayed way too long. But as you can see, like the enemy, they got not quite 50% damage on his guardian. Like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good rate of defense to me, you know? So what's stopping them from just rushing him? And then when they rush him, what's the difference if it was sideways or parallel like the way he has it now? And it only activates when they pass over it, so they could stand on it. Like, they should be just rushing him right now. There's no reason to be scared. The minions are getting through. See, just like that, the Bianca finally rushed through. But I mean, it's way too late because of no minions, and now she might die. Or not. So wave 3, he's got 80 stacks, so that's pretty darn good. The gauge I kind of use, and this is fairly arbitrary, and it's just kind of just from experience, is I use 20 souls a wave is what I consider decent. So right now he's doing more than 20. He's doing like 26. So, good track. And they're not even pushing him, so this is even better. And they're sending orcs. So now he's at 100, he got 20 that wave. It would have been nice if he paid attention initially so he wouldn't run forward and then run back. Might have been able to help a little bit more. Ooh, the missed bite. Critical. So that's another thing. Arcane Phasers is a nice cheap trap. Get some damage in while you save up for bigger traps. But when you build 4 Arcane Phasers, I feel like then you defeat the purpose, because then you just spent 1,000 coin on Arcane Phasers, and it just doesn't seem like a good investment. Great mini-map awareness. As an OZL, you should always be looking for fights. Always be looking for fights that you can clean up, I should say. Not looking to fight people. You should always be looking to steal kills, just jack assists. Just be hungry. Be desperate for these souls. I think he got 1 assist there, so that's good. And he's going to clean up a little bit here. So, I mean, he's doing really well on souls. Definitely what you want to be doing in this early phase. I would like to see Druitt use his shift more. Like right now he's sitting on a 1/3 mana for no reason. That guy's not doing anything. There's no reason to be scared of a Bianca strafing like halfway across the map from you. Just have your mana ready, right? Because mana is your damage potential. Without mana, you don't do any damage, really. And one thing about his trap setup, it's fairly cheap, right? He's got Arcane Phasers, Pounders. I think he's using the Wall Charger. The Wall Blazer, not his. Oh, I can see his. Yeah, so it's fairly cheap in terms of the damage traps, so he might have a hard time later on. It's going to put a little bit more pressure. What might help is if he had some stronger traps, so then at least he can put down the trap. And then that way the defender can just focus on the minions, but have a little bit of assistance and not have to rely so much on himself. Got the kill. Also, somebody needs to help him out and give him a speed pad behind that barricade. I don't think he's died yet, so that's really good.
Oh, guess so.
Yikes. Furious D tried to reinitiate right there by jumping in and trying to close the gap, but I think he forgot that his ult was still up. Good dodge right there. That's what they should have been doing the whole time, though. Like, now it's a little bit too late. He's kind of too strong.
Ah, so close. Nope.
But yeah, so here's another limitation of OZL defense. He's just not a good defender. He's got no real AoE, just a jar. And you have to weave or upgrade the jar to make it do real damage. I mean, the dot damage is based on, and the slow is based on the souls, so he's got souls. But
right in the center?
It's
Put our hero seekers here along this side. That way, if they try to come through the kill box, they have to.
That's a good point. Hero zappers are really good in conjunction with Magic Field. It really makes the attacker question of whether or not they want to push forward.
And there's a team fight down. I'm gonna take profane healing.
Another note, I don't like to initiate with Jar. I mean, I use Jar once we've established the fighting zone. Yeah, Xteen Parker didn't realize he was getting hit. But, right, initiating with Jar right there, I mean, I guess ended up not being any big deal just because he got the kill that he wanted anyways. But, like, let's say there was a team fight somewhere and they're actually fighting. Throwing that jar down then basically forces them to leave that spot. Right, in that case they were still kind of feeling each other out, trying to find where they were going to fight. Boom, that was not a good roll. Beating the O's. So this is what we like to see from an OZL defense. He's starting to transition into an attacker, and becoming a little bit too strong for these guys to handle. Oof, that should have been a kill. But that was a kill. I mean, right, he just got 2 kills this wave, and then
one health when he blinked
he
away.
goes back. I mean, they've switched to all bears, but at this point he already has... Oh, they have a lever. That sucks.
Alright, we'll get our hero seekers in here just to say hi.
But, yeah, he already has 265 stacks. It's a little bit late to be switching all bears. He's 3 levels ahead of the attacker. They can't do anything to him.
They're finally sending all bears. It's a little late for that, though.
Yeah, bingo. They're still losing on the scoreboard, though, and it's because of... Why is that? Because of Guardians. Yikes.
Alright, I'm going to take cooldown. I need to put more phasers in here. Put one more.
I mean, I guess he doesn't have any other traps, which is why he keeps putting phasers down, but... I think there's fundamentally just something not efficient about continuously using phasers, especially if this gets later, you know, like tier 4, this is even tier 3, those phasers aren't going to do squat. Aw, come on, time that better. There's like a brief moment right when Smolder respawns, where she's like in a hair commercial or something, and then that's when you hit her. What are these guys gonna do to him? He's just too strong at this moment. They really have to like gang up on him, get some CC on him. Druitt does have a good point about the anti-magic field. When it's parallel like this to the kill box, it covers a lot of space. It covers a lot of area. It just kind of makes it annoying. But really, if the attacker wants to just rush you, there's really no difference than if it was parallel. Like, I personally wouldn't be scared of that. I would just treat it the same. Actually, I would treat it slightly different. I would say, like, hey, I can actually get around it and then still rush him without ever getting silenced. So, right, and you notice, so now he's transitioned to the attack. We're reaching the end game, the late game, I should say, and he's getting stacks from both attack and defense, so he's just becoming a monster now. He's 316, boom, 336. He's unstoppable. And I like this play. Zoe can ult that wave, kill this wave, and then both of them should go attack Helm and take out that Guardian.
Alright, we own Left Shrine already. Nice.
Red team is ahead on minion waves though, so this, even though I would say they're losing, they're not in the losing position, but they are in the losing speed and direction. Blue team definitely has the advantage right now. This Ozil is starting to transition, and there's really nothing. There's really nothing these guys could do. I mean, they have to commit like 2-3 guys to try and take him out. I mean, he's solo right now, and he's keeping these 2 people at bay.
Right click actually stacked up off the Guardian and the gate. Like, as long as you're doing damage to something, you can keep your 3 stacks. And now we can, like, keep it maxed up pretty much. And we can start the fight now with a 3 stack. That's not good.
Man, look at that. Even when he's super low, like, what are they gonna do? They can't sit and bang with him. He heals too much.
Oh, it's so close. Where's he going? Is he gonna run through my kill?
I mean, he sees him on the minimap. Smolder is visible on the minimap because Smolder's in line of sight of the minions.
Alright.
Not hiding anywhere, but... Oh well. Probably should have known that. I mean, you already start to see that these arcane phasers aren't really cutting it against the bears. And this is only tier 2 minions. Like, when this comes tier 3, it's gonna have even a harder time.
Kind of got 12 points.
Because really his only damage trap in this deck is Wall Charger and Pounder. And Pounder is definitely a low... An early game trap, because it's cheap and does a lot of damage. Man, this Black Paw. For those of you that hate Black Paw players, that should be fun to watch. The Black Paw cannot do anything against this Ozil right now. Not by himself. Right, so yeah, blue team's definitely winning. They've tied it up on the scoreboard. They've upgraded a portal and took out a Guardian. They're pushing the last Guardian here. Boom, this is nasty. It's just ult. Oh no.
Nah, we died.
Not sure what happened. I think the Zoe went into ult, and then that kind of left him exposed, and they just kind of rushed him.
8k. We'll help push the objective. We'll get that right Guardian.
Did the Dobbin just not take his tunnel and run all the way back? Like, he has a tunnel, and it's set up. Yeah, what the heck? Come on. You can't misplay like that. Those seconds are critical. Yo, ditch the arcane phasers, man. Ooh, damn. Robbie, 4v1, get a kill, piece late. That's embarrassing for the blue team, really. They should have killed him. That was a 5v1, and he still got the kill. But hey, good players are going to make good plays, so can't really stop that. Alright, Druitt has completely abandoned defense, and he's going to attack. This is what I like to see. I can't believe tower lane, the enemy still have their first Guardian on their tower lane. Not sure what happened with the attack. They should have been able to get something. I mean, clearly they made it to the Guardian to do 50% damage. Oof. So that's another thing about Ozil defense. Because, as we saw earlier, you can get swarmed, right? No matter how powerful you are, you're still kind of made of glass. But even just one person backing you up, keeping them from swarming you, keeping them off your back, can be a huge help. All that Zoe really did was just book club. And I realized Zoe got the kill from Chaos Tome, but that was unnecessary. I mean, Ozil could have cleaned that kill up himself. The point is that just that little bit of backup from Zoe was able to help secure this kill. And then secure with Guardian, and probably get some good damage on this Guardian. Maybe even take it out. Yeah, definitely. It's just way too much damage on the Ozil. And they're gonna get this gate. I heard him talk about it, but he popped his ult before he even saw anybody. And that's really just a posturing thing. Like, you just use it early and say, hey, if you want to fight me, come fight me. Like, bring it on, Come at me, bro. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to fight you. You're at full HP, you have your ult activated, so they're going to be doing less damage, and you're going to be doing crazy burst damage. They're just going to back off and be like, you got this. So they've taken a commanding lead, but red team is still hanging in there because of minion portal. I mean, they're hitting tier 4 when you just hit double tier 3. I mean, they're well ahead in minion portals. Gonna need to try and catch up. Because even though Druitt's a monster now, 439 stacks, the attack isn't as fast as it needs to be, I guess. I mean, I would say the blue team is winning, and they're in the winning direction. But I feel like it might be swinging towards the red team, because the red team's just hanging in there, Like, yeah, they're losing, but they're hanging in there. And even though they have 4, which is even more impressive, really. Yeah, see, I'm not sure if that was the right play to put down 2 anti-magic fields. I realize he's rich, but
We're coming, Zoe.
they're not even pushing. They're not even pushing him. They're pushing on the other side. Right, you see it on the mini-maps. Tundra and Black Paw are pushing Helm Lane. Ooh, come on, come on. Come on, Drew, you gotta work on that aim.
Okay, we're gonna have to 3-man push.
There's a big wave. The red has a big wave on the Helm Lane.
They played PvP.
I feel like blue needs to address that.
What does blue 10 and the red 9? The text at the top mean? It says team score.
Yeah, that's a big wave getting through.
I think it's based off of like kills and stuff.
Help me, help me.
Points? No.
Nope, okay, don't help him.
Here, after we score, it'll actually show a little countdown of how many rip points that we have.
You should stop talking, Druitt. Pay attention.
Kills, I believe. Or some kind of ratio of score.
You just lost your guardian. You just lost your defender.
That's not good. See how our bar pops up now because they've actually scored. That's not good.
Yep. Red team has taken back the lead. That was really fast too, because that just 2 waves ago, blue team was winning, and in the winning direction now. Bam! Take that derivative. Red team is smashing it. Oof, that's 4 dead. That's 4 dead. That's boss. That's maybe scoring. Probably not. But yeah, blue team is definitely on their heels right now. They need to regroup and deal with this. But yeah, this Ozeal is definitely strong. I mean, that Black Paw cannot do squat against him. Man, I really would like to see Druitt use his shift ability, like in between.
Come on, guys, we need to attack.
Right, he uses all his mana. He's sitting at 100% HP. So then when he shifts all the way back up, he actually needs to heal again. When you shift intermediately, then you manage your mana more. You can use more attacks. But then you also, more importantly, you manage your HP. So you never really dip that low. Yikes, Druid's position was terrible right there. Stay with your minions. Why'd you keep running forward? I mean, stay with the ogre. If Tundra or Black Paw want to come next to the ogre, bam, that's a stunned. That's a dead Tundra or Black Paw.
So the only time that team score actually comes into factor.
And now again, like that was critical because you just recovered and now you just died again. So I mean, red team is just rolling right now, and this. Yeah, they're not gonna respawn in time. This is GG unless the Zoe ults right here. I mean, there's way too many soldiers. This kill box is not strong enough. If they root, maybe Zoe roots. Some dynamite. Nope. Wow. They're gonna lose. They lost that in a matter of 2 waves. They lost. That's crazy. I mean, this Ozeal is fed. Ozeal is on fire right now, but it doesn't matter. No team.
Where's my scroll of empty breath?
Dang, crazy game.
Guys.
Blue team was winning.
We have time for one.
Ozeal was fed as shit. Did not matter. Red team found a weakness and they hit it hard.
Like when they're double defending and their left side kill box is super awesome like that, like you have to push power lane and kill them in there and get past that first kill box, because if you don't push power and they free farm that side, then you're pushing in the 2 people into a setup kill box, and especially if they build far back on that tower, on their tower lane, like it's almost impossible to push through that unless you have super all. You end up double killing them both.
He's right about that double defense, but he's not 100% right. You can check out my guide on the forums about double defending. There's kind of 2 ways to get around it. He mentioned one, but there is another one. Wow, that was a very informative game, though. Crazy.
Only got about 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Anyways, GG Druitt.